This is Basil from Dorian Gray, and you're watching Dorian Gray. It's your best work, Basil, by far. The best you've ever done. You should send it to the governor. Oh, thank you, but I don't think I'm going to send it anywhere. I put too much of myself into it.
Basil, a painter who values a friendship predominantly because the relationship approves his ability to paint. Dorian himself consciously bases his life and actions on a work of art, a book given to him by Lord Henry. There was a horrible fascination in them all. He saw them at night, and they troubled his imagination in the day. The Renaissance knew of strange manners of poisoning by a helmet and a lighted torch, by an embroidered glove and a jeweled fan, by a gilded pomander and an amber chain. Dorian Gray had been poisoned by a book. There were moments when he looked on evil simply as a mode for which he could realize his conception of the beautiful. As Henry and Dorian drift farther and farther away from him, Basil grows more and more tragic. His truly artistic temperament leads him into worshipping beauty where he sees it, in Dorian, and it clouds his vision. Basil's true problem is that art is more real to him than life. Basil proclaimed in chapter 12, "Mind you, I don't believe these rumors at all. At least I can't believe them when I see you. Sin is a thing that writes itself across a man's face. It cannot be concealed. People talk sometimes of secret vices. There are no such things. If a wretched man has a vice, it shows itself in the lines of his mouth, the droop of his eyelids, and the molding of his hands even." Basil refuses to believe that his supposed friends Henry and Dorian can really be bad. Ultimately, he pays for his optimism and good faith with the highest price, his life. Dorian decides to kill Basil rather than pray for forgiveness because it's a reflection of the fear that Dorian expresses when viewing the painting and the emotions that he seeks to escape through sin, drug addiction, and even murder, which are expressions of his rage with the art mirroring his true self opposed to the perfect perception he puts out into the world. Thus establishing the recurring theme of the novel that art is a mirror, evident when Dorian Gray glanced at the picture and suddenly an uncontrollable feeling of hatred for Basil Hallward came over him, as though it had been suggested to him by the image on the canvas, whispered into his ear by those grinning lips. The passions of hunted animals stirred within him, proving that the art in question reflects the lack of morality and innocence within Dorian. Though after the murder of Basil, when he was strangely calm, the audience no longer just questions and analyzes the morality of the characters within the novel, but also the mental stability of them as well. For instance, Lord Henry, who suffers from antisocial personality disorder due to his toying with human emotions, doing things even though he may hurt people to get what he wants, in addition to histrionic disorder, seeing as he feels like he must entertain people. Moreover, he flirts or behaves provocatively to ensure he remains the center of attention. Basil, who suffers from obsessive-compulsive personality disorder due to his need to keep everything in order and under control, thinks his way is the best way of making things happen, expects catastrophes if things aren't perfect, in addition to dependent personality disorder, seeing as he has low self-confidence, sees others as being much more capable than him, and is seen by Henry and Dorian as much too submissive and passive. These mental illnesses play a vital role in each character's thought process, decisions, and actions that drastically impact the work as a whole, thus procuring the question, how common are mental illnesses and what's the depth of their impact within modern society?
Approximately 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. experience a mental illness in a year. Approximately 1 in 25 adults in the U.S. experience a serious mental illness in a year that substantially interferes with or limits major life activities. Approximately 1 in 5 youth ages 13 through 18, about 21.4% of them experience a severe mental disorder at some point during their life.